Care Bear here to share with you another finished gift. It is July and it is very warm here in Toronto, Canada, and I am busy working on holiday gifts for the family. We have lots of family and friends for whom I knit, and I just have to get started early to get through everything. I knew for this family member, I wanted to make a neck warmer or cowl, and I found this basic neck warmer by Anna, who's from Sunnyknits Designs, and I thought, oh, how perfect. So I had this worsted weight yarn, and I specifically went looking for a pattern for a cowl that would handle worsted weight yarn. I had bought this yarn at Knit City here in Toronto back, I think it was in the spring of 2024. I had 2 skeins of this yarn and it was sitting in my stash, and I knew I wanted to use it. I had initially bought it for the great grandson of the gentleman who's going to receive this, but I used it for the great granddaddy. So to make this pattern, you need worsted weight yarn, 4mm needles, and this yarn, as I said, I had picked up at Knit City, and it is 100% superwash merino. It's from Nerds with Needles, and it's called Elven Magic. And I had 2 skeins of this, and I used, I think, 126 grams. So it was a really super quick knit, I can tell you that, compared to doing the socks and the little sweaters that I've been doing lately as well. So let me tell you about the construction of this lovely cowl. It is a top-down construction. You start at the neck. I was using a 4mm needle, and then I was thinking, excuse me, is it going to be too tight for him? So I ended up switching partway through the ribbing to a 4.5mm needle, just to give it a little bit more give, a little bit more room. And this is a knit to purl to ribbing for the neckline, and I made it exactly the way they suggested. Other than that, I did change the needle size because I was just a little bit worried there. Then it moves into the raglan, and this producing of the raglan, so it's at the front and at the shoulders. So you have the raglan down the side as well at the front and at the back. And the way they did the raglan, I had never done before, but it was really simple. So you're doing the raglan increases every other row, and you're increasing by going into one stitch, knitting, yarn over, and then into that same stitch to knit again. So in one stitch, you will then have 3 stitches. And then you knit the next round, and in the increase round, the yarn over stitch, that middle of the 3 becomes the next stitch where you'll knit 3 into. So I didn't even need to use stitch markers. It was so easy to see it. Yeah, and that's what I did. So I continued on till the number of stitches that they had mentioned to be on the needles, and then you could just continue knitting to make it longer, but I thought that was long enough. And so I just finished off as they suggested with that a garter ribbing. So really simple, easy knit, but I did learn a new way to do a raglan stitch. So super happy with this basic neck warmer. It's going to be a great gift for someone in um, a very cold province in our country, so I'm sure he'll get lots of use out of it. Would I do it again? Absolutely. As I said, it was simple, it knit up quick, and I love the top-down features, and I love that raglan feature and the beautiful trim at the bottom of the cowl. So that's the Basic Neck Warmer by Anna. Check it out. It's a cute gift. Thanks for listening.